Welcome to 7 minutes classes. So in today's video, I am going to deal with the insertion sort algorithm. So I have to tell you how to trace this and how the values are get sorted. So ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಅಲ್ಗೋರಿದಮ್ ಬರೆದು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಟು ಸೇವ್ ದ ಟೈಮ್. ಓಕೆ, ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ರಿಟನ್. ನಾ ಬರೆದಿರೋ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಎನ್ ಸಿ ಆರ್ ಟಿ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಬರೆದು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅದು ಚಲೋ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅದ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ದೀನಿ. ನೀವು ಬೇರೆ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಸಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ನಾವು ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಡೂ, ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ರೈಟ್ ಸಮ್ ಅದರ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ ಮೀ ಸೇ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಐ. ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ ಮೀ ಸೇ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಜೆ. ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ ಮೀ ಸೇ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಟೆಂಪ್. ಓಕೆ, ಈ ರೀತಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಮಗೆ ಟ್ರೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಈಸಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, set I equal to 1. It means value of I is initialized to 1. So that the value of I is 1. Then, so another condition you can say in the next step, that is while I is less than n. ಇಲ್ಲಿ n ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅನ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅದಾವ ಹೌದು. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then the value of n. So let me write that also. That is 6. So I write a while loop here. Okay, while I is less than n. What is the value of I? 1. 1 is less than, okay, n. What is the value of n? 6. It is true or false? Yes, it is true. If it is true, repeat 3 to 9 anta bardine. Illi nodi, next step, inside a loop temp. Then what is the value of temp will become now? So let me write num list of I. Num list andre this is what the num list is. So let me write for the first time, that is num list of I. Let me write I as it is. Then what is the value of I? You can say value of I is 1. So let me change this into 1. Then in the temp, num list of 1 value will be stored. That is what num list of 1 will be 7. 7 goes to where? 7 goes to temp. Then what is the value of temp? It is 7. Okay. In the next step, what is there? Set j equal to I minus 1. Then what is j? J become I minus 1. What is the value of I? 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. Then the value of j is 0. Okay. Now, there is another loop. Let me write this way. Okay. I write this side. While, look at the condition, j is greater than or equal to 0. What is the value of j? 0. 0 is greater than or equal to 0. Yes, it is true. But another condition is there. And when it comes to and, both conditions should be true. Then only it is true. Otherwise it is false. So now first condition is true. I write and. I cannot write this way because of space. I am writing the symbol. Then num list of j. I will tell here only. Num list of j, the value of j is 0. It means num list of 0. What is num list of 0? That is 8. 8 greater than temp. What is the value of temp? There it is, 7. So 8 is greater than 7. Yes, it is true. It is also true and it is also true. Both are true. Then I have to do this. Okay, what is the values? Num list of j plus 1. Let me write num list of j plus 1. What is the value of j? 0. 0 plus 1 is 1 in this. Okay. Num list of j. What is num list of j? Num list of 0. What is num list of 0? 8. So let me write 8. Okay. Now, next step. Set j equal to j minus 1. What was the j value? Look at this, 0. So 0 minus 1 become minus 1. Then value of j become minus 1. But not yet completed. Again I have to go back to loop. So that check condition j greater than or equal to 0. Then what is the value of j? Minus 1. So let me write while minus 1 greater than or equal to 0. It is false. If it is false, no need of checking this. Of course, that will be false only. Okay. Then I'll come out of the while loop. What is out of the while loop? So you can look at this. There is one condition is there, or one statement is there. That is num list of j plus 1, I write this way, num list of j plus 1, j is already minus 1, minus 1 plus 1 becomes 0, so that num list of 0 in this temp. What is the value of temp? 7. 7 go to this. You carefully observe this one. Then what is the value that store in num list of 0? That is 7. So what is the value in num list of 0 earlier? It is 8. So now 8 is replaced by 7. So this is done. Now observe this one. Num list of 1, the value that 8 goes to this. So 7 is replaced by 8. This is what happens in the first pass. So that first pass is completed. After the first pass, these two elements are get sorted. Okay. Remaining I have to take. So this is the unsorted part. From this unsorted part, I have to pick one element and insert into the correct position. We will look after that. Okay. Now, so this is what the element we got. Now, inside loop false. That is a while loop. This is false, but not this one. Go back to this while loop. So that while I value, what is the value of I? Now the value of I get changed because of this line. What is that? I equal to I plus 1. After completion of this loop, outside this, it has to increment. Then come back to this. So that I equal to I plus 1. What is the value of I? 1. 1 plus 1 became 2. Come back to this. I means now 2. Let me change the value of I. That is 2. 2 is less than n. What is the value of n? 6. Yes, it is true again. Okay, inside. Temp. Again, I will calculate temp. So I write T as temp equal to num list of I. Now the value of I is changed. That is 2. Num list of 2. What is num list of 2? 13. So 13 goes to temp. So temp value is changed from 7 to 13. Then we will change the value of j also. What is the value of j will become now? I minus 1. What was I? I was 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. The value of j become now 1. Okay. Now, again while loop. Okay. Now I was dealing with this. Now let me write another while loop. While j is greater than or equal to 0. What is the value of j? 1. 1 is greater than or equal to 0. Yes, it is true. And, okay, num list of j, directly I will tell here only. Num list of j, what is the value of j? It is 1. Num list of 1, what is num list of 1? It is 8. Greater than. What is the value of temp? The value of temp is 13. Okay. Now, this is false. This is true and this is false. And this will be false only because of and. One is true, another one is false. It is condition is false out of the while loop. Because this is false. We will not enter into this. So what is out of the loop? Num list of j plus 1. Let me write. Num list of j plus 1. What is j? 1. J plus 1 is 2. Into this. Temp. What was temp? 13. Now 13 goes to this. What is the meaning? The meaning is very simple. 13 remains same in the num list of 2. Observe now. Num list of 2 is 13 only. Okay. So another pass is completed. Next, I value will be changed. I equal to I plus 1 because we are already out of this block and here it is. I equal to I plus 1. I was 2. Now 2 plus 1 is 3. Okay. Again go back to the previous while loop. So what is previous while loop? Look at this. I is less than n. What is I value? 3. 3 less than. What is the value of n? N is 6 only, then it is 2. Then again calculate temp value. What is the value of temp? So here the value of temp is num list of I. The I value is 3. Num list of 3. Num list of 3 is 1. So 1 goes to temp. Okay. Then let me change the value of temp from 13 to 1. Hope you are understanding this. Okay. Now change the value of j. Then what is the j value will become? I minus 1. Now I was 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. Then the j value became 2. Then while again another loop it is. So it is a first loop. It is second loop. while j is greater than or equal to 0, what is the value of j? J is 2. 2 is greater than or equal to 0, yes it is true. And, okay, num list of j, what is the value of j? 2. Num list of 2, what is num list of 2? 13. 13, okay, is greater than temp. What is the value of temp? It is 1. 13 is greater than 1. Yes, it is true. So it is also true and it is also true. Then enter the loop. What is that? Num list of, I am writing this way, num list of j plus 1. What is the value of j? 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. So in this, num list of j, what is the value of j? 2. Num list of 2, what is num list of 2? That is 13. 13 goes to this. Focus on this point. Not yet completed. Again I have to go back to changing the value. That is set j equal to j minus 1. What is the value of j? J was 2. 2 minus 1 became 1. Then the value of j became 1 only. So now I'll change value of j as 1. Hope you are understanding. So this loop not yet fail. Again go back to the loop only. What is the loop? Again this one. While j greater than or equal to 0. What is the value of j? It is 1. While 1 greater than or equal to 0. Yes, it is true. Then and num list of j. What is num list of j? Num list of 1. What is num list of 1? That is 8. 8 greater than. Temp. What is the value of temp? It is 1. 8 is greater than 1. False. Okay. Sorry. It is true only. So both are true. Then inside the loop, that is num list. So what is num list? Num list of j plus 1. What is the value of j? 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Into this. Num list of j. What is the value of j? 1. Num list of 1. What is num list of 1? It is 8. So 8 goes to this. Not yet completed. Again I have to change the value of j. Then what is the value of j will become now? J minus 1. What is j? 1. 1 minus 1. 0. Then the j value became 0. Loop not yet completed. Again I have to go back to the while loop. Okay. Then while j is greater than or equal to 0. What is the value of j? 0. 0 is greater than 0. Yes, it is true. And num list of j. What is the value of j? 0. Num list of 0. What is num list of 0? 7. Greater than. Temp. What is the value of temp? 1. 7 greater than temp. Yes, it is true. It is also true. It is also true. Then again I have to do this. So what to do? So let me write this way. That is, okay, I read this side. Now num list of, look at this, j plus 1. What is the value of j? That is 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. Num list of 1 in this. Num list of j, that is num list of 0, that is 7. Again j has to be decremented by 1, that is j become j minus 1. J was 0. 0 minus 1 is minus 1. Now the j value became minus 1. Again go back to the loop. So what is that? J is greater than or equal to 0. Then what is the value of j? Minus 1. Minus 1 greater than or equal to 0. False. Okay, and no need of checking this. It is already false. Come out of the loop. What is out of the loop? This one. Again I have to change this. So that, what should I write? Num list of j plus 1. But the j value is now minus 1. Minus 1 plus 1 is 0. Into this temp. What is temp? 1. 1. By looking at all the values, now we will write. Then what is the value of num list of 0? Now I have to write 1 in num list of 0. So num list of 0 was 7. Now I will write it as a 1. Now look at this. Num list of 1. What is the value in num list of 1? That is 7. So num list of 1 from 8 it changed to 7. Then look at this. Num list of 2. What is num list of 2? 8. So I will write this as 8. Okay. Now look at this. Num list of 3. The value is 13. So num list of 3 is 13. So no values left. So this is how another pass is completed. So after this part, the sorted elements are 1, 7, 8, 13. So minus 9 and 4 are still in the unsorted part. Hope you are understanding this. Okay. Now, again I have to go back to the loop from this loop and I have to change the value of I. The I value is 3. Now this become 4. Okay. Okay. So I value get changed. Then the value of I became now 4. Come back to this. I. What is I? While I means 4. 4 less than n. N is 6. Yes, it is true. Come back to this. That is temp. Then what is the value of temp will become? Num list of I. The I value is already 4. Num list of 4. What is num list of 4? Num list of 4 is this. Num list of 4 means minus 9. Minus 9 goes to temp. So I will change the value of temp into minus 9. Then set the value of j. J equal to I minus 1. What is the value of I? I is 4. 4 minus 1 is 3. Then the value of j become 3. I replace this by 3. Then another while loop. So let me write while. Okay. J is greater than or equal to 0. What is the value of j? That is 3. 3 is greater than or equal to 0. Yes, it is true. And, okay, I write and num list of j. The value of j is 3. Then num list of 3. What is num list of 3? Num list of 3 is 13. Let me write 13. Greater than. What is the value of temp? Temp is minus 9. Yes, it is true. Now both are true. So that let us write this value. Num list of j plus 1. J was 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. Num list of 4 into this. Num list of j, that is 3. Num list of 3. What is num list of 3? 13. Again set value of j equal to j minus 1. So then the j value will be changed. So j minus 1, j was 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. Then the value of j is changed. But loop not yet completed. Okay. Then I have to go back to the loop, while loop only. I write this way. You can look at this. Fine. So then, once I come back to this loop, then it will be j means, what is the value of j? It is 2. 2 greater than or equal to 0. Yes, it is true. I am not writing while before this. And num list of j. What is the value of j? 2. Num list of 2. What is num list of 2? 8. 8. Greater than. What is the value of temp? Minus 9. 8 is greater than minus 9. Yes, it is also true. Both are true. Then we will write this one. What is there? Num list of j plus 1. What is j? 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. So in this, num list of j, what is the value of j? 2. Num list of 2, what is num list of 2? 8. I write 8. Getting this? Now, again I have to change the value of j. What is the value of j become? J become j minus 1. J was 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. This value will become now 1. Loop not yet completed. Go back to the loop. J is greater than or equal to 0. Then what is the value of j? It is 1. 1 is greater than or equal to 0. Yes, it is true. Then num list of, I write and num list of j. What is the value of j? 1. And num list of 1, that is 7. It is also true. Again come back to this. Num list of j plus 1. What is num list of j plus 1? J was 1. Num list of, I write 2 into this. Num list of j. What is the value of j? 1. Num list of 1, that is 7. Understanding this? But loop not yet completed. Again I have to go back to the loop only. Okay. So that I write. Come back to this. Now, look at this. Num list of 2 equal to 7. This is completed. Now I have to do this also. J equal to j minus 1. J was 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. Okay. Now go back to the loop. While this one. j is greater than or equal to 0. What is the value of j? 0. Means 0 is greater than or equal to 0. Yes, it is true. And num list of j. What is num list of j? That is num list of 0. What is num list of 0? 1. 1 greater than. Look at this. Temp. What is the value of temp? Minus 9. It is also true. It is also true. Again I have to change. What to change? Num list of j plus 1. Let me write this way. Num list of j is 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. Into this. Num list of j plus 1 equal to num list of j. J value is 0. Num list of 0 is 1. Loop not yet false. Again I have to change the value of j. J equal to j minus 1. J was 0. 0 minus 1 is minus 1. Okay. Then again I have to go for the loop. So what is there now? Look at this. J equal to minus 1. Minus 1 is greater than or equal to 0. False. Out of the loop. What is out of the loop? This one. So let me write this way. Num list of j plus 1. J was minus 1. Minus 1 plus 1 is 0 in this. Temp. What is the value of temp? It is minus 9. Let me write minus 9. Okay. Then again I become I equal to I plus 1. I was 4. Now it became 5. Okay. Now then we will change the values of these things. Num list of 0 is minus 9. Num list of 0 become minus 9. Look at this. Num list of 1 become 1. Num list of 1 is 1. Num list of 2 is 7. It is 7. Num list of 3 is 8. It is 8. Num list of 4 is 13. So it is 13. Understanding? But not yet completed. One more iteration is there. So that I value I have already changed. That is I become 5. Go back to the first while loop. Okay, how it works. Have a look on this. Once again I need to trace some iterations so that you will get to know how it works. Okay, now this time all the elements will get sorted. Come back to this. While I is less than n, what is the value of I? That is 5. 5 is less than n, n is 6. Again it is 2. Inside. Temp. So what is the value of temp? Num list of I is 5. Num list of 5 is 4. So in the temp is 4. Understanding? Now, set j equal to j minus 1. J equal to I minus 1. I was 5. 5 minus 1 is 4. So now j value changed from minus 1 to 4. While, another loop. While j is greater than or equal to 0, j is 4. 4 is greater than or equal to 0, yes. And num list of j. What is num list of j? J is 4. Num list of 4. What is num list of 4? 13. 13 greater than. Temp. What is temp 4? Yes, it is true. Both are true. 4 is greater than 0. It is also true. That is also true. Then num list of j plus 1. Let me write. Num list of j plus 1. J was 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. Into this. Num list of j. What is num list of j? Num list of 4. Num list of 4. What is num list of 4? 13. Not yet completed. Value of j has to be changed. J become now j minus 1. J was 4. Now it become 3. So again go back to the loop. So what is there? J is greater than. That is 3 is greater than or equal to 0. This is a while loop. Okay. Then and num list of j. What is num list of j? J is 3. Num list of 3. What is num list of 3? 8. 8 greater than temp. What is temp 4? It is also true. It is also true. Again I have to change. What to change? Num list of j plus 1. What is num list of j plus 1? J is 3. Num list of 4. Let me write directly. Num list of 4. So what is num list of 4? Num list of j. J is 3. Num list of 3. That is 8. Not yet completed. Again I have to change j value. J equal to j minus 1. What is the value of j? 3. Now it became 2. Again go back to the loop. This one. So I write this way. Now what is the value of j? J is 2. 2 is greater than or equal to 0. Yes, it is true. And I'm writing about the while loop. And num list of j. What is num list of j? Num list of 2. What is num list of 2? That is 7. 7 is greater than temp. What is the value of temp? 4. It is also true. Then we have to change this. What is the value of num list? So num list of j plus 1, j was 2, now it is 3 into this. Num list of j, num list of 2, num list of 2 was 7, 7 goes to this. J has to be decremented by 1, j equal to j minus 1, j was 2, now it became 1. So loop not yet completed. Again go back to the while loop, that is j. What is the value of j now? J became 1. Okay, then again I write a while. So what is the value of j? J was 1. 1 is greater than or equal to 0. Let me write 1 is greater than or equal to 0. Yes, it is. Then, and num list of j, j is 1. And num list of 1, and num list of 1 is 1. 1 is, okay, greater than temp. What is temp? 4. So it is true, it is false. Okay, now this is true, this is false out of this. So let me write num list of j. What is the value of j? 1. But here it is j plus 1. J was 1. 1 plus 1 is 2 into this. Okay. Temp. What is the value of temp? 4. 4 goes to this. Now, so we will write the values of these things. That is num list of 2. What is num list of 2? 4. Num list of 2 was 7. Now it is 4. Num list of 3. Now it became 7. Num list of 3 becomes 7. Okay. This num list of 4, that is 8. Num list of 4 became 8. Num list of 5, that is 13. Num list of 5 became 13. So values get changed. Then loop not yet completed. I equal to I plus 1. I was 6. Sorry, I was 5. Now it became 6. Okay. Then come to this. I is less than n. I was 6. 6 less than n. N is 6. False. Out of the loop. So out of the loop means tracing is completed. So now by looking at this, the list newly created, that is -9, 1, 4, 7, 8, 13. Okay. So 1 is greater than -9, 4 is greater than 1, 7 is greater than 4, 8 is greater than 7, 13 is greater than 8. It means all the elements get sorted. So this is how insertion sort technique works. Okay. Thank you.